You've probably heard of ADHD, the difficulty to focus on tasks, along with the tendency to be overly active. A lot of kids have ADHD, 6 million in fact. It's a medical condition that you shouldn't play with. Or should you? Jackie explains.
ADHD. It's short for a pretty long medical term, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It's something that Brian Ward has lived with all his life.
I couldn't really sit still. I had trouble focusing in school. Simple homework tasks would take me a while.
Brian's ADHD followed him onto the lacrosse field.
When we were going over plays and coach would bring us in and draw up something on the whiteboard, and I had trouble focusing on what he was saying, what he was drawing out. And then I'd get into the game and I'd be like, uh-oh, what'd he say or what'd he do? So that's definitely had a negative impact on my play.
So does that mean that athletes like Brian should avoid playing sports? Not at all, say medical experts.
A lot of studies have actually shown that participation in sports can help alleviate some of the symptoms of ADHD, kind of being on the field, getting rid of some of that extra energy that they have.
However, that extra energy might cause players with ADHD to be more impulsive and to play more wildly than they should.
We also find that they do have increased impulsivity and a little bit more reckless behavior, which can put them at a higher risk for injury, especially in those contact sports.
The doctors at Ohio State Wexner Medical Center say players with ADHD may also be less likely to report injuries to their coaches or parents.
We need to understand the challenges those athletes may have with ADHD and how we can better help to support them so they're successful in that sport.
To be clear, ADHD shouldn't prevent you from being good in sports. The most decorated Olympian of all time, swimmer Michael Phelps, has ADHD. So does basketball great Michael Jordan. You just need to learn how to manage ADHD so that it doesn't manage you. Fortunately, ADHD is treatable. For Teen Kids News, I'm Jackie.